When I was 5, my favorite thing was to run to the ocean waves, and I knew when I grew up I would be a mermaid. The ocean has always been my natural habitat, and Ariel was my favorite heroine, but I could never understand why she wanted to live anywhere but in the purest place on earth. The BP oil spill demanded attention of the government, but lost it again so quickly. No one in authority who stepped out of their air-conditioned jets to see fish drowning in water and the birds washed up on the banks so black with oil you wouldn't realize that they had once been snow white. How come we didn't lift those oil-drowned birds into the air and yell at the authority that less than 1% of birds soaked in oil survive, so how can you even think of risking the life of one more beautiful creature? When you propose more pipelines and drill sites, your conscience is so guilty, even Robert Mugabe is like, dude, that's messed up. We clean oil from dying birds as if we're trying to scrub the guilt from our species. Every bird we clean of utility is an attempt to piece together our fragmented promises of world peace and safety for every infinitesimal existence. As a kid, I'd fall off my surfboard and swallow half the ocean, but I knew I was fine, because that was before the earthquake rocked Fukushima, and everyone thought that perhaps maybe we should start worrying about where we put our trust, and perhaps radioactivity isn't as trustworthy as those scientists had said that one time a while before the tsunami happened. There's a pipeline proposed to end north of my hometown, with the world's biggest tankers attempting to navigate to the most dangerous oil terminal on the planet. The 5-year-old inside of me screams that I can't be a mermaid if this happens. My kingdom will be ruined with the spill. Who wants to be queen of the most tragic ocean mishap? Does anyone want to swim through graveyards of entire species and make their home among kelp forests that are nothing but suffocated sadness? Maybe the seagulls can hear my grief and would carry my plea like the dove carried the olive leaf. Maybe the streams would fill with my desire for a better, smarter, more aware future and overflow like my heart overflowed into this poem. Maybe the water would sweep over the banks and recede to show flowers and remind us that the worst thing we could build over their beauty is anything. That their beauty is innocence and delicacy and makes the West Coast gorgeous, but if we get in its way, we'll be washed into oblivion. Mother Nature is crying for us to stop trying to reduce, reuse, recycle our responsibilities onto other people. If we peeled the voluntary blindfolds from our eyes, we'd open them to see the tower of wreckage we built ourselves in. We've heard sorry so many times, and as these words become stale, so do our sympathies. Our acceptances turn into cries of mourning. The world is our responsibility, and the least we could do is our best to prevent another apology.